Good morning. This morning. Every time I move, that bitch fucking. So does anybody know how to bring people in on a live chat? Does anybody know how to do that? Definitely need to know, and I can't figure it out. Cody Abels, Capo, good morning, baby. Woo! Good to see you. Want real quick, homeboy of mine and his old lady, Big Flop, what's going on? I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, do that. Jenny Dawn, do that. If I can figure it out, we can have a conversation. What up, GDN 74145? Good morning. Capo said, no bullshit, already got like 25 coats from men's and women's and donated in one day, arranged a pickup. Hey, that's what the BLC is all about. I feel you, Cody. So today we are on chapter 3, The Art of War. And I'm going to tell you, I've been sitting here for the last 30 minutes. Oh, and real quick, I'm going to put this out there because I want you guys to know and be aware of it, that I spoke with the young man, Milk 170 or 74, and stop letting him so. Okay, I will, brother. But I talked to Milk. We have hashed out our differences. And I don't want anybody, please do not bring up that situation. Please don't try to stir that pot. You know, it began a little rough. We were kind of going back and forth, but we decided to talk like men, like adults, without the name calling and all that yelling and extra shit. So we hashed it out, and there will be no more discussion about that gentleman. That young man has his channel. If you guys want to check him out, man. Other than that, I'd rather just not talk about the situation from here on out. Okay? We got bigger things to do here, man. We're trying to be more positive. We're trying to learn these tools and these jewels that are given to us by people who are of, a higher mind development than a lot of us are. So we have to learn to get to that point in life, and we have to learn how to overcome that. Okay? So as I was reading this morning on chapter 3, and it's a real short chapter, so that's good. It won't be a long, drawn-out thing. The chapter itself is called Attack by Stratagem, or Strategy is what he's talking about. And it's a kind of along the lines that we go on, like being smarter than your objective. That's what we talked about this morning. That's what we talked about with the first video of the day. And I wanted to plant that seed. Excuse me, I apologize. Anyway, as we move on through the chapter, it talks about in the beginning how other military forces are making the general frustrated, are causing frustration in his ranks, and how is he going to deal with it, and what are going to be the consequences if he makes the wrong decision. So it gets to line 6, and it says, therefore the skillful leader subdues the enemy's troops without any fighting. He captures their city without laying siege to them, and he overthrows their kingdom without lengthy operations in the field. Now, what this means, yes, I have read Robert Greene. I've read all that shit. What this is meaning is that he's figured out how to win smaller battles, how to incorporate mental warfare, how to take cities and take armies. Why would you want to take over a dilapidated city and a dilapidated army when you could take it in its greatest form, the city intact, and take the army and make it your own? Now you don't have a half blown out army. You've got a whole army that rides with you now on top of the army you had. So that's what he's talking about. And if you want to find a way to relate that to life, to your daily life, it's very simple. Sorry, man. I've got this Viking war music playing in the background, man. So if you want to take that and use it in your day-to-day life, there's so many ways you can do it. Okay. For instance, if you're at work and you and certain co-workers are fighting for a position, you could use that to your advantage in so many ways. You could use those 48 laws of power or something along those lines. Or you can use this book and find whatever it is in those people that they're searching for that they don't have themselves, and create assets from the same people that are competing for that job without them even knowing about it. And then you have them backing you for that position. If you can show people why you're the best choice and then get them on your side, on your team, you just became that much stronger. You understand what I mean by that? Now you not only have the position, but you've got a bunch of people or that were as qualified as you were backing you in that position. Sort of like the presidency. That's why you have a president, vice president, and cabinets, all that stuff, because if you need that help, you're not going to have every answer, no matter what position you are, no matter how smart you are. It's good to have yourself a team. It's good to have that round table to go to and speak with. So as he goes further, he says, with his forces intact, he will dispute the mastery of the empire, and thus, without losing a single man, his triumph will be complete. This is the method of attacking by strategy. So not only do you gain so much, but now you've lost nothing. Your sole objective in your life, as far as trying to push toward a future, is definitely trying to not only conquer, but as well as not taking as little loss as possible. Does that make any sense to you guys? If you have any questions, please ask. And I'll do my best to answer to the best of my abilities. Addiction Unchained. I just got the book. Haven't started. Addiction Unchained. That sounds crazy. All right. As we move down, that was line 7. We move down here to line 11. Now, I love this line because this really makes me think about this platform right here, okay? And it's as in terms of myself. Line 11 says, now the general is the bulwark of the state. If the bulwark is complete at all points, the state will be strong. If the bulwark is leader, the face of the state is where it's strong, then the state will be strong. It all starts from the top. That's why they always say, you cut the head of the snake, the body fails. It's on the leader to create those assets that are going to be able to, run it without him. General Patton, if you read General Patton's book, I just read it. I read it in prison, but I just reread it. And one thing he talks about is the chain of command. I watch it. Shit is crazy. Sorry for the connection, guys. I can't control it. But I've seen it in war. I've seen it in penitentiary settings where, guys will go for numbers rather than solid numbers. Like I always say, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. You got to put There's a reason why you have people down on the field. There's a reason why you have people that are assigned to certain jobs. So if you have a business or you have whatever you're trying to line up, you got to have people who are on the ground. Because the reason you have generals, field generals, sergeant of arms, grunts, everybody plays a part. You have to create those assets, guys. And that's what they're talking about. You know, you can't be everywhere all the time. So you have to have your trusted people around you. That goes along with relationships. That goes along with friends and family. If you have toxic people in your life, then you're not going to be very successful. And the last part of the chapter is, thus we may know that there are 5 essentials for victory. 1, he will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. That's very simple. Pick and choose your battles. And know when to walk away, because you want to live to fight another day. And that could mean just not getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? So he will win who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces. Okay? You got to win like you lose. And you also have to, know how to fight a stronger army. When you have a situation that's bigger than yourself or bigger than what you can produce, then you need to figure out ways to move around that. If you can't climb the mountain, go around it. You know what I'm saying? Very simple thought process, to be honest. And it makes your life easier. It makes your situation easier. He will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its ranks. We talk about it all the time, man, as far as being genuine and everybody being of the same mind, set, and mind frame. He will win who prepared himself, ways to take the enemy unprepared. Obvious. That's very apparent, man. Just be prepared. Be prepared for any instance. We talked about that yesterday. Being vigilant in your preparation. Having the fortitude to go that extra mile to make sure that, your back is covered. When they talk about military and stuff, do you know that the military funding, our defense funding for this country, which makes us the biggest powerhouse in the world, is $665 billion. That is an unfathomable number. $665 billion. I was watching this segment this morning because I'm becoming an insomniac. I stay up. I wake up like 1 in the morning and I stay up. It's odd. I'm going to the doctor about it. But if we were to go against the world, America, United States of America, has the power, the military power, not to necessarily win, but to take on the world. You know what I'm saying? If need be. Because not only do we have what we have here, but we have strategically placed military units around the world. It's all placed, whether in the water, in the air, or on land. So what makes us such a powerhouse is that we stay prepared. We spend the necessary money. We build the necessary shit. No, we did not win in Vietnam because we went down there trying to fight their fight. So, and you're not going to win everything, so we wouldn't be such a strong military if we hadn't taken some losses along the way, man. And that's kind of, if you go back towards like the old situation with the Persian army when they used to invade and just come through and smash. See, Xerxes wasn't used to taking losses, so when he did take a loss, he wasn't prepared for it. He didn't have as strong as arm as he thought he did when he went up against real fucking soldiers. Iran stands zero chance against the United States in any form of combat. We would smash Iran like a bug. Chuck Cotton, how you doing, Clark County? Iran stands no chance. They know they stand no chance. Once they, you see, and what I try to explain to people is you see these people in the streets of Iran. And there's thousands of people. So people are like, wow, man, there's a lot of people. And those governments over there, the reason they hold those rallies, God damn it, the reason they hold those rallies is because that's for the general, they're trying to animate their country. They're trying to have that way of thinking. They want the whole country to be on the hate America thing. But they're killing people left and right. The world is a better place without him. And then you have his daughter. I just watched this news this morning where she's on national television, wants revenge for her father and all this. And well, Ventura Variety says now that Russia, China join. Well, Russia and China are allies. And Germany flipped on us. And the thing about that is, see, Germany is part of that European Union. Y'all know what this is? Basically, this big union. There's like five of these countries or whatever that got together and formed like it's kind of like our NATO or whatever. But the thing about that is, a lot of those countries, the reason they did that, in my opinion, and it's other people's opinion as well, is because they don't have certain resources. So they pick countries that have, like, say, this country can't really have a situation in the water. Well, they're going to go unite with a country that can. Where America, we are covered on all bases. Air, land, and sea, we got it covered, man. We have, I think it's, I want to say 200 destroyers. I mean, Jesus, we have, God damn, we have so much shit. I wanted to actually do a show on the power of the United States military. It's ridiculous. I mean, they're giving these people like, 20 billion for, they're giving these the Air Force say $20.5 billion for their fund, and it's just crazy, man. Yeah, Capo, it's very disturbing. No, I don't know if that's what it's called. I can't pronounce your name. It's something like that, man. I'm telling you, I was just watching this morning, actually. I was reading about it. I don't know what it's called, and I apologize for being ignorant and saying that. If you know the name of it, of what they're doing, let me know. Correct me, please, because I forget the name of it. What you say now? Killing is okay. What I'm saying is, sometimes in life, bro, the reason you have freedoms, I don't know where you're from, but the reason America has our freedoms is because we've had to kill and die for it. Unfortunately, that's the way the world is. Yes, sir, Bill McGraw. Thank you, sir. Well, armies can't fight terrorism. I mean, they can, dude. I mean, there was I watched this podcast, man, on back Pearl Harbor, and I forget, the leader of Japan, I forget what they call them, but he spoke on one of the, not the main reason, but one of the reasons they bombed it over there, because he was like, you can't, and this is why I promote our freedom and right to have arms. You know what I'm saying? I myself am a felon. I can't have guns, but I think that our people should be armed, and this is why he got on the okay. So he said it. He said your best bet is to bomb them from the air, because if their citizens are armed, just roll up to America and just start fucking fighting us on the ground, because our citizens are armed. I know guys that are armed to the teeth. Well, as far as like the Iranian nuclear project, it's bare minimum. They don't even have a weapon yet, and it would take them a year, I think, is what they're predicting to even build the weapon. And then to actually make it functional and be able to put it somewhere would take even longer. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get up off here, man. And I hope that we touched on a few things. There's not a whole lot of people on today, so I'm going to cut it short. I hope you guys took something from the Art of War chapter. I'll do the chapter 4 tomorrow. I'm liking doing this because a lot of people used to ask me, what books did you read in there? And a lot of people aren't going to sit down and read. So it gives me an opportunity to go through the main objective of the chapter. And maybe some people can take something from what the book was meant to. What? Sabbath of Blood, how you doing, England? I'm going to come out there and visit you. Tim Mayo, man, what's up? Got the crazy white boys in the house. I like it. All right, Philip. Have I ever thought about speaking at Rubicon? I was in Rubicon back in 2001. I definitely will, man. Thank you, Addiction Unchained. Jacob Russell, good morning. Ryan Montreal, thank you as always for being that wrench. And grind and shine. Grind and shine. Sabbather. Love you too. That's okay, man. Tim, it should be on. It should Hey, we got Successful Convicts in the house. Make sure you check out Successful Convicts. This guy promotes that positive message. This guy talks about the same things we do. And always showing the BLC a lot of love, man. So y'all make sure you tune in, man. Tune in to Successful Convicts. I love the name. I love the movement over there. And let's try to build his channel up, y'all, because he's a good dude, man. He's genuine. And you know, anybody that's genuine, he doesn't do this for the money. He doesn't do this for the fame. He does this to help you guys. So make sure you check him out, man. I wouldn't send you nowhere. Well, I did make a mistake once, but I learned from it. Tim Mayo, salute to you as well. Hey, Tim, hit me up on Instagram, man. I'd like to chop it up with you about something. All right, brother. Capo, have a good day. Bill McGraw, as always, have a good day. And flex on that shit. Flex mode, baby. Beast mode, baby. All right, guys, have a good one, man. Don't work too hard.